The biggest moments. Listen to Mike Shilt's post-game comments. Plus, we'll bring you today's play of the game. From the Padres Radio Network, here's Sam Levitt.
The Padres pick up their 90th win in Game 162 as they beat the Arizona Diamondbacks to sweep the D-backs to end the regular season. Final score here today at Petco Park, the Padres 12 and the Diamondbacks 4. Sam Levitt with you here at Petco Park as we wrap this one up. Welcome into our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show here on the Padres Radio Network, our final post-game show of the regular season. But don't worry, we've got more coming your way on Tuesday when the Padres begin at the Wild Card Series at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Really nice end to the season for the Padres. They improved to 90-72 to finish the year. The Padres putting together back-to-back 90-win seasons for the first time in franchise history. We will get into all the different nuggets about today, what the 90-72 record means. But the Padres, all in all, a really, really nice final day of the regular season as they beat the D-backs 12-4. Let's recap this game from start to finish.
Which moments determine the outcome of today's game? We'll paint you a picture with our game highlights on the Padres Radio Network.
Well, the day did not get off to a great start for the Padres. Ketel Marte hit a leadoff home run for Arizona in the first inning against J.P. Sears. But in the bottom half of the inning, the Padres were all over D-back starter Brandon Pfaadt. 2 singles to start the inning. That brought up Manny Machado.
Not in the lineup as Manny sends one on the ground up the middle into center and a base hit. Fernando will trot home. 3 straight singles to begin the bottom of the first inning. This one ties the game. It's 1-1.
Padres continued to hit Pfaadt. Jackson Merrill was next.
Pitch to Merrill, swung on, ripped in the air down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Going to bounce and roll all the way up against the base of the wall. O'Hearn has scored. Machado will be held at third base. RBI double Jackson Merrill, and the Padres lead it 2-1. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first.
Padres weren't done. Xander Bogaerts then dug in.
Mound visit over. First pitch from Pfaadt is a sweeper hung and line to left field. That's down in a base hit. McCarthy over to the line to get it. 2 runs going to score. Bogaerts trying for 2, and he's in. A 2-run double to make it 4-1, and now 5 straight Padre hits to begin the day.
Jake Cronenworth would score Bogaerts later in the inning, a sac fly. Padres had a 5-run first inning, a 5-1 lead. J.P. Sears allowing 2 runs in his first 3 innings of work. In the bottom half of the third, it was Manny.
Machado an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning, and now he sends a laser to deep left field, and gone, a home run. Number 27 for Manny Machado. On their feet one final time this regular season at Petco for number 13.
If indeed it's his last at-bat of the regular season, he does it in a way only Manny Machado can.
Let's fast forward to the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded for Jackson Merrill. He hit a 2-run double. Padres got another run in the 5th inning to make it 9-2. J.P. Sears really solid in this game. 5 2/3 inning, just the 2 runs allowed. Bottom of the 7th inning, Jake Cronenworth had an RBI single. Jose Iglesias hit a 2-run double. It was a 12-3 Padre lead, 12-2 Padre lead. Diamondbacks would get 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning, but really aside from that, really nice day for the Padres bullpen between Bradley Rodriguez going an inning and a third scoreless. David Morgan to score this inning. Randy Vasquez gave up the runs in the 9th inning in a relief appearance, and that was about it here today. The Padres cranking out 12 runs on 11 hits as they win it 12-4 against the Diamondbacks to sweep them in a 3-game series to end the regular season. Padres finished the year 90-72. The Diamondbacks finish a couple games under 500 at 80-82. Let's tell you about the Padres' heart of the order today.
Let's take the pulse of the Padres and check in on the heart of the order. Presented by Palomar Health, the official healthcare provider of 97.3 The Fan. Palomar Health, leading with heart for every patient. Palomar Health is reimagining healthcare.
Part of the order today, the starters, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, and Xander Bogaerts. They were all really, really good. Manny only a couple of at-bats. Xander only a couple of at-bats. They came out. of the game, rightfully so, considering today's game was inconsequential for the Padres in the postseason picture. Padres giving those guys some time off their feet makes all the sense in the world. But Manny, really good day, 2 hits and 2 at-bats, had the home run, his 27th of the season. Jackson Merrill had 2 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 runs scored. Xander Bogaerts also the 2-run double in this game. So a very productive day for the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Padres lineup, Machado, Merrill, and Bogaerts. Let's tell you about the Padres relief pitcher of the game.
Which pitcher entered the game and slammed the door shut? This is today's relief pitcher of the game, presented by David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys. When your freedom and future are on the line, you need the best arm in the pen. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Relief pitcher of the game today, we'll give it to the young right-hander Bradley Rodriguez. Really nice outing. Came in after Sears went 5 2/3. He ended up getting the final out of the 6th inning, a scoreless 7th inning, inning and a third scoreless, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. He has been very, very good so far in the early part of his major league career. Now a 1.17 ERA in 7 appearances, 9 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. And you do have to wonder if Bradley Rodriguez may find himself on the Padres postseason roster. He has been that good. The stuff is that good. And a very impressive handful of appearances so far for the 21-year-old right-hander. Inning and a third scoreless in today's win. When we come back, we'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt. We have a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard coming your way as well. More to do on our post-game coverage here at Petco Park after this.
Imagine having fresh
Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Sam Levitt with you inside Petco Park as we wrap this one up. The Padres win it 12-4 against the Arizona Diamondbacks on this Sunday to wrap up the regular season. Next stop, Chicago for Game 1 of the Wild Card Series on Tuesday at Wrigley Field. Hey, player, the all-new Jamul Casino Resort is now open with a Lux Hotel Tower, rooftop pool, spa, and a long list of amazing amenities. You'll have more ways to play and enjoy all the perks of your casino fun. Jamul Casino Resort, the player's place. We'll hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt in just a moment. First, let's hear today's catch of the game.
Which defensive play had the biggest impact on today's game?
He is at the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch.
This is the catch of the game.
Gonna hang a star for Jackson Merrill.
Reeled in by Anthony's Fish Grotto La Mesa, celebrating 80 years of seafood excellence.
Vasquez nods in the affirmative to his catcher Fermin. Now set the 0-2 pitch, and McCann hits it on the ground to the left side. Backhanded by McCoy. Long throw to second one. Wagner's turn to first is in time. What a double play to end the game and end the regular season. Beautifully done, 6-4-3. And the Padres close out the Diamondbacks 12-4 to pick up their 90th win of the season. The first time in franchise history they have put together back-to-back 90-win campaigns.
A really nice double play. McCoy to Wagner to O'Hearn, getting it done. McCoy and Wagner coming in during the course of the game. Padres getting their regulars some rest. Really nice double play, 6-4-3 to end the ball game and secure the 90th win of this Padres season. That was today's catch of the game. Padres had a lot of good in this game. 12 runs on 11 hits. They scored 5 runs in the first inning. They were all over. D-back starter Brandon Pfaadt. JP Sears asked to start today. He was really solid. 5 2/3 innings. 2 earned runs given up. Bullpen for the most part got it done, and the Padres improved to 90-72. Like Jesse said, back-to-back 90-win seasons, 93 in 2024, 90 here in 2025 for the first time in franchise history. The Padres with their 6th 90-win season of the year. By the way, the Padres also went 52-29 at home. Wow. Here in 2025. So we'll give you some more nuggets as we go along here. Right now, let's go downstairs and hear from the Padres skipper.
Let's pull up a seat in the manager's office and hear from Padres manager Mike Shildt, served up by Sin Lee Food, where fresh meets flavor. Find farm fresh produce, bold Asian spices, and gourmet ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. Sin Lee Food, the cook's Asian resource.
Mike, congratulations. How good did it feel to put a win to the regular season and also to complete 90-win seasons back-to-back for the first time in the history of the organization?
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. His team's setting out to be consistent and year in, year out, play baseball that the city can be really proud of, the organization can be pleased about. And it's a good time to reward our fans. 3.4 million plus Padre record. They're a big part of who we are, and we're very grateful for our faithful and man, they just bring it. So, and also a good time to thank all the event staff too. We put on a show here at Petco Park. Grupner and all the people that run the events and put on this. It's well done, and the people that show up and do all the things that allow us to go play and allow the fans to come have wonderful experiences is need a tip of the hat to them. And finally to Matt Blue and the grounds crew. I mean, it's a beautiful field we play on, and so they deserve a lot of credit. But yeah, great organizational achievement today in attendance and wins, and now we move on and get ready to take care of business.
A lot of the last couple of days was getting ready for postseason. Manny getting the hit today in the home run, is that a good sign that he might be finding his time and getting ready for postseason?
Yeah, I think it's a great sign. Manny knows what time it is, and we don't want him to do too much. Just be Manny and nice, pretty stroke through the middle, and seeing the ball really good, not trying to do too much, and nice, pretty swing to get the ball out of the ballpark. So a lot of great at bats. Toddy looks great. Manny looks great. I got to tell you, some of my favorite at bats of the season was late in the season. We talk about normalizing excellence and competing regardless of circumstances, and I just love the at bats that Jackson and Sheetsy and O'Hearn and Croney took off some tough lefties right at the end. That's just who they are. They just compete regardless of score, circumstance, and it speaks to who we are and how we got to where we are and where we're going.
Any update on Elias, how he's feeling?
He caught up in between innings. We put a stop to that. He caught up after the first time Freddie needed help, warming up a pitcher. So he felt good enough to do that. Showed up and medically, still there, but he feels better and is able to move a little bit freer today. So it's going to be a constant monitoring.
Obviously, catcher being an important position and also kind of a separate position. Does this, even the threat of this, maybe change some of the calculus in your postseason roster planning?
It can. AJ obviously will make the final call, but, he and we are aware of the possibilities. And yes, I can't say that it's definitely part of the decision-making process, and we don't have to declare a roster till Tuesday morning. So, hang out and wait and see what happens.
I think earlier this week you had alluded to maybe 13 and 13, but is that definite? Is it possible to maybe 14-12?
I can't rule anything out at this point. It could be 14 position players, 12 pitchers, 3-game series, potentially just 2 we're looking towards. And it could be 13-13. So it's just too early that's what we'll do over the next day or so.
Campusano had a locker. What has he been doing, and was he able to get here, and will it be on the plane to Chicago?
He's been in Arizona with a lot of other players, and he'll be on the plane.
And then Arias was a day off today?
Arias was a day off today.
Any clarity on starting pitchers for any of these upcoming games, or is that tomorrow for an announcement?
Let's just get the first one out of the way, right? Pavetta's going to throw game 1, and then we'll announce game 2 tomorrow, likely.
With it being Pavetta in game 1, can you speak to your confidence in him and what he's meant to this group so far this season?
Yeah, more than deserved. I've said this a lot, but Nick, what a sign, what a great late sign into the spring training. And he's come in and fit right in, and he's done a tremendous job. He's a guy that clearly competes. I think everybody appreciates and loves his competitiveness, his stuff, but he goes out every day and he attacks hitters and, commands his fastball and throws secondary pitches for quality strikes. And he's literally kept us in every game and given us more than a chance to win almost all of them. So we're excited to have him out there for game 1.
I know David Morgan was under the weather, went home yesterday. After what you saw today, are you confident he's ready and going to be on the postseason roster?
I'm confident. It looked like David Morgan. Fastball was good. Curveball was really good. Mixed in a slider. I thought the stuff was good. It was going where he wanted to. Again, the breaking ball was excellent. So I think he's ready to rock.
Mike, looking at the last 3 days of offense, it's different ballpark, different staff, different stakes. But can something like this kind of mushroom and then carry you into the postseason, and the bats taking good at bats the way they had the last couple of days?
Yeah, I think it goes beyond a couple of days, quite frankly, for me at least. But yeah, absolutely. It's a very gifted team that is taking a lot of quality at bats. I mentioned right at the end the determination and giving nothing away, and we play a lot of good situational baseball, which is what playoff baseball is mostly about. So we're in a great spot offensively.
That was Padres manager Mike Shildt following this 12-4 win for the Padres against the Diamondbacks. Mike confirming it will be Nick Pivetta starting game 1 on Tuesday in Chicago, and then we'll see what the Padres do pitching-wise from there. We'll step aside. When we come back, full look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We will set up the full playoff bracket in Major League Baseball here in 2025, our play of the game, and preview the opener of the Wild Card Series at Wrigley Field in Chicago on Tuesday. That comes your way after this.
Stay tuned.
Our Jamul Casino Resort Padres post-game show continues here on the Padres Radio Network. Final score today, Padres 12 and the Diamondbacks 4 as the Padres wrap up the regular season with a series sweep of Arizona. The Padres continue to play very, very good baseball, and they end the season with a 90-72 record. Hey, player, the all-new Jamul Casino Resort is now open with a Lux Hotel Tower rooftop pool in San Diego's newest spa. It's a VIP gaming experience like no other. Jamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Let's take a full look at today's out-of-town scoreboard.
Let's take a trip around the bigs to highlight the scores that matter most with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Jensen Premium Beef Patties. Always a hit for grilling.
Out-of-town scoreboard today, everything. Final, Yankees beat the Orioles 3-2 in New York. White Sox beat the Nationals 8-0 in D.C. Red Sox beat the Tigers 4-3 at Fenway Park. Phillies beat the Twins in 10, 2-1 in Philadelphia. Giants shut out the Rockies 4-0 in San Francisco. Royals beat the A's in Sacramento 9-2. Blue Jays 13, Rays 4 in Toronto. Astros beat the Angels 6-2 in Anaheim. Marlins beat the Mets 4-0 in Miami. Guardians beat the Rangers 9-8 in Cleveland in Sin. Brewers beat the Reds 4-2 in Milwaukee. Dodgers beat the Mariners 6-1 in Seattle. Braves beat the Pirates 4-1 in Atlanta. Cubs beat the Cardinals 2-0 in Chicago. So the things that had to get figured out today, well, even though the Reds lost, the Mets could not take advantage. If they would have beat Miami, they would have had that final wild card spot in the NL, but the Mets lose. They complete what was a collapse by the Mets in the final 3+ months of their season. So the Reds are the final wild card team in the National League. With the Blue Jays winning, they win the American League East, and with the Tigers losing and the Guardians winning, the Guardians are champions of the American League Central. So the playoff bracket looks like this now. The number 1 seed in the NL, the Brewers. The number 2 seed in the NL, the Phillies, they get byes. The National League Wild Card Series, Reds against the Dodgers in LA, Padres and the Cubs in Chicago. On the AL side of things, Blue Jays, the 1 seed, Mariners, the 2 seed, they get byes. The American League Wild Card Series, the Guardians host the Tigers, and the Yankees host the Red Sox. All those series, all 4 Wild Card Series beginning on Tuesday. And that's a full look at the out-of-town scoreboard and how things now look in the postseason picture across Major League Baseball. We get it rolling on Tuesday. Padres beat the D-backs 12-4 here today at Petco Park. Let's hear our play of the game.
The line between winning and losing can be razor thin. Which play was the difference between victory and defeat? This is today's play of the game, presented by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Machado, an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning, and now he sends a laser to deep left field, and gone, a home run. Number 27 for Manny Machado. On their feet one final time this regular season at Petco for number 13.
If indeed it's his last at bat of the regular season, he does it in a way only Manny Machado can.
Manny with the home run is 27th of the season. He finishes the year with 27 home runs and 95 RBIs, right around what are his usual season totals for this long Hall of Fame career. That was today's play of the game. Manny going deep, and the Padres cruising to a 12-4 win on this Sunday. So the Padres finish with a regular season record of 90-72. They go 52-29 here at home at Petco Park. An amazing home record, and hopefully many more games to come here in downtown San Diego next month. 90 wins, 90-72, the final record. The 6th time in franchise history the Padres have reached the 90-win mark. Mike Shildt with the 90 wins. He now has 90, or at least 90, in each of his first 4 full seasons as a manager between the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres. And by the way, the Padres also set a new regular season total attendance record here in 2025 at Petco Park. Today was the 72nd sellout of 2025, more than 45,000 in the building. The final number as far as 2025 regular season total attendance, 3,437,201. Both overall attendance and sellout records are club records. So again, 3,437,201, the 2025 regular season attendance. Amazing. Thank you to all the amazing fans who have filled this place all year long. You make Petco Park what it is. You make this place rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. San Diego is truly an amazing, amazing baseball town. Military Sunday on the Padres Radio Network is presented by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, no cost maintenance standard, so you get peace of mind at standard. Well, what's next? It's game one of the National League Wild Card Series against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field on Tuesday. First pitch for game one on Tuesday. We know Nick Pivetta will be on the mound for the Padres. The Cubs have not yet announced their game one starter, but we will pass it along here on 97.3 The Fan when we know. Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. First pitch on Tuesday at 12:08 p.m. Pacific time here in San Diego. Our pregame coverage will begin at 11:08 a.m. from Wrigley Field in Chicago. We very much look forward to bringing you postseason baseball here on 97.3 The Fan and the Padres Radio Network. As always, if you missed any portion of our postgame coverage, you can go back and listen to all of it on the Inside San Diego Baseball podcast, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcast. You can also go back on the 97.3 The Fan YouTube channel and watch any portion of our postgame coverage there as well. Taking a look at the final totals here today. Game 162 for the Padres, 12 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left on 5. For the Diamondbacks, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left on 10. Winning pitcher today, J.P. Sears, improves to 9-11 to finish his season. Brandon Pfaadt, the losing pitcher, he drops to 13-9. Time of game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. And the crowd here at Petco Park today, the 72nd sellout of 2025 in this building, 45,072. Once again, first pitch, game one of the National League Wild Card Series at 12:08 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. We'll be on the air at 11:08 a.m. from Chicago. Until then, for our great studio coordinator, Nick Danucci, I'm Sam Levitt saying so long from Petco Park. Again, the final score to finish up the regular season, the San Diego Padres 12 and the Arizona Diamondbacks 4. We'll talk to you from the Windy City right here on the Padres Radio Network.